Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jason, and this is Art of Creation Homestead. We're outside today. We're going to harvest a green stalk that has some sweet potatoes in it. Now, forewarn you, they did struggle. I used poor dirt. Okay, we were in a hurry trying to find some dirt real fast to get this thing planted. I couldn't find what I wanted. I used some cheaper dirt that I bought at a big box store, and they struggled a little bit. We don't know what we're going to have in there because of my own fault, because we just hurried too much and bought some dirt that you shouldn't really use inside of that green stalk. Okay, so we're gonna see how it works out. We will show you, however, how this has worked out here. This right here is some Mizuna and a green stalk that we planted. Now you see down here the Swiss chard. I think a chicken pecked this one. We have a little Swiss chard down here growing. This Mizuna is doing great inside here. The lettuce up here is doing good. Some of this has struggled. I think it got shaded a little bit. Now this on the back side is shaded. See, it doesn't get any sun back here. And obviously it's struggling without any sun. But the green stalk does work really well to plant in. So that's how that's going. We're going to plant, so we're going to harvest that green stalk, or we're going to plant another green stalk because we have another one that we bought. And we're going to plant some more greens and like lettuce, spinach and stuff in it. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so here we are over at the green stalk. You got to remember, first of all, that what we planted was a Puerto Rican variety. Okay, it bushes, so it doesn't get very big to start with. It's a bushing style of sweet potato, so we've never had it really like vine out like our other sweet potatoes did. But so here's what it looks like. And by the way, as I got over here, I remembered that we ran out of dirt, and mixed in some of that worse dirt. So we'll see how the bottom tiers go. But again, they did struggle with it, and so we're not sure what we're going to be looking at. Okay, but here's what it looks like. See, they did grow. They didn't vine out like the others, but they did grow, and the plant stayed small, which they're supposed to stay small, and around there. So we're gonna get in there and see how it goes. Okay, so here's what we got. We're just gonna dump it out. Now I will tell you, it was a little heavier than what I thought it was gonna be. So let's just see.
Lots of roots.
A lot of roots. I'm not sure there's any taters in there, but there's a lot of roots. There's a little tater.
There he is. There's sweet potatoes there.
There's some taters in there now. Now, not gonna be very big. It don't look like, but again, like we said, they struggled. And but honestly, it's more than what we thought we was gonna be having. I mean, it'll eat. These are gonna eat though.
Oh wow!
Strange, something kind of broke off. I'm not sure if it broke off on the. I don't know. Strange that it broke off because we didn't pull them, but. Hey, there's taters in there. Honestly, it shows you that this thing will grow them if you do them right. I mean, like I said, these plants struggled. They struggled, and that mightily.
I would say a different variety.
It was not the green stalk's fault. All right, heck, now you see they rooted a lot.
A lot.
I mean, again, the green stalk did its job. That's for sure. I think a different variety is going to do better in there. Just make sure it's got what it needed, but the roots proved the point. The point is the green stalk did its job. So the plants were growing. There's still little taters in there. I mean, heck, if we had time to hold out, they may have actually grown a little bit more, because these did start off so slow.
Right. This variety has a tendency to start slow.
Yeah, like I said, we won't grow this variety again. In reality, we wasn't trying to plant this variety in there. If you've seen our other sweet potato harvest video, our slips got mixed up and were mislabeled, honestly. And it's not our fault. They were mislabeled when they came here. And we tried to plant a different variety inside this container. So we tried to plant these in our grow bags, and the one that more vines and handles the container better inside of this. That's not what happened, obviously, but that's okay. And again, it's just still grew and still got sweet taters to eat. Here's tier number 2. We'll see how it goes. I see a tater.
Yep.
a broke tater. Oh, heck, he broke. That's not bad though. He just broke off.
That's not bad.
Ain't bad. He just broke off. So, I mean, you see, it'll grow. That's for sure. You know, put it in the right environment.
And put the right variety in.
Put the right variety in too.
If we would have actually got to put Mirasake in here, they would have done great.
They'd have done better. Absolutely. All right, so here's the last tier, and you see, hey, these vines are bigger. Obviously, the leaves are bigger. Gives you a little bit of hope that these got bigger taters in there. We'll see. We shall see. Break it open and see. Oh, there's one. There's one. He'll eat. He'll eat. This dirt's cool. That's for sure. Of course, we've had some cool nights. So he'll eat. See, they're growing. But again, we've seen other people say that this variety isn't the greatest. We got it without doing reviews, without looking up for reviews on the variety, because we just wanted one that's going to bush and stay smaller. But other people have said that the variety should just go away. That this variety is no good. And that's probably my experience with it right now as well, is that the variety is no good. It just doesn't produce potatoes. I mean, you see the vines, it was healthy. It just did not produce potatoes. And that's going to be an issue if you're looking to eat what you grow. If you want a vine, okay, go ahead and get it, I guess. It's a small vine. But if you want some taters on there, I wouldn't grow this one. All right, that's all we have for that green stalk. Here's what we have, okay? As you can see, there's not a lot here, but we do have some good ones, little ones that we'll eat. Now, the reality of that is that variety was very poor. That's the second time we've used that variety and gotten pretty much nothing. Actually, that's the most we've gotten from that variety, if that tells you anything. The variety is not the best. We will never grow Puerto Rico or Puerto Rican. Well, I'm not sure what exactly the exact name was, but we're never growing that again. Obviously, the white yams and the Mirasake that we had in our previous sweet potato harvest video did a lot better. And that's the second time we've grown that, and both times we've had a ton of roots and not a lot of taters attached to them. So we're not growing that variety again. And honestly, we didn't mean to put that variety in that green stalk anyways. But the green stalk itself grew the plants well and did its job. Honestly, it did all it could do. The variety is just not a producer. So that's all we have for that one. We're gonna plant another green stalk right now. And before we get started, I do want to remind you that we are an affiliate with Greenstalk. We have a link in our promo code below, the promo code being ART10, ART10, okay? You can use that to get $10 off your purchase of a Greenstalk at greenstalkgarden.com. All right, again, it's affiliate link, so we do get a small commission from that. But again, use our link and our promo code if you would like to purchase a Greenstalk of your own. Okay, so now we have another 5-tier original 5-tier planter that we're going to plant, okay? And we're going to put spinach in this level again. So you want to fill these tiers up all the way with good organic potting mix, okay? Not a garden soil or topsoil, a potting mix. It's a lighter mix that does well for containers, okay? Some things may call it container mix or potting mix or something of that nature, but it needs to be a good light soil, okay? So we're going to put some spinach in here, and we're going to plant very little bit in this planting pocket, okay? Just like that. And we're just going to kind of scatter it a little bit.
We won't cut and come again.
We won't cut and come again, exactly. We're not looking to grow massive spinach plants. We're looking to grow baby spinach, more or less, okay? And more of it. So when you do that, you may want to plant a little thicker, and you want to make sure you plant inside these pockets, okay? Because that's what's going to be sticking out of the green stalk once you stack it up. Okay, so just plant that nature, and we're going to do 2 tiers like this, okay? All right, and the next 3 tiers we're going to do with this lettuce. This is a free pack of seeds we got from Baker Creek, okay? And yeah, and it's a romaine style called Paris Island Coast. I don't know. It's French. I'm not. Anyways, so it's a romaine style though that we got from them for free again. So we're going to plant it in these next 3 tiers, and even though it's a romaine style, we're not planting it for a full romaine head, and hopefully we've got enough seeds for this. Because again, free packs don't have as much lettuce seed in them. So that's what we have in our hand. See? So we got still gonna plant in a cut and come again method. Okay? And we're gonna lightly sprinkle the best we can. The lettuce seeds are small inside of each tier. Alright? Now, or inside of each pocket in each tier. And we're gonna do 3 tiers just like this, okay? Now once, lettuce seed doesn't need to be that deep, but once you get your seeds in there, especially potting mix, because it's so light, when you cover back over, so you cover over, tamp it down a little bit, okay? Because potting mix is so light that this dirt these seeds need good soil contact, and if it's pressed in there a little bit, it's less likely to wash away your seeds when you water it, okay? So tamp it down just a little bit because it's light enough. This dirt's light enough. It's a light dirt. So it's light enough that it's not going to harm your seeds by tamping it down. In fact, it's going to give them something to grow in and latch onto, give the roots something to latch onto once it starts growing. All right, so now here's where we're gonna stack it at. Here's the bottom tier, it's lettuce, okay? And then once you put the bottom tier on, you're gonna put this in because this is how it self-waters. This is part of the genius of the green stalk. It goes through these little holes. See, when the water comes down, it gets into these holes, and the drip irrigates down to each layer, okay? So, there's the bottom tier, and I'm gonna stack it up. And the pockets alternate each spot, and it has a little slits that they get down in, and then you put the next one on, like that. And next one in. See, they have these little slits right here that each layer that sits on each layer, so that it alternates back and forth, so each spot has room to grow up and can get light on each side. Now you can just plant one layer, stack the next layer up, fill it with dirt, and that may be the best option for what you're doing. I just wanted to go and get them all planted and stack them up individually. However it works best for you, by all means, go ahead and do so. And finally the last tier. Typically, once you find the spot that goes in, it'll just slide right down in there the whole way.
Ingenious design.
And the top is just the beginning reservoir that you sit in the slot the same manner. So you just put the water in there, fill it up to one of the lines, and let it go down in. Now to seed start inside of this thing, you may want to go ahead and water your seeds on the soil, okay? Because it needs water on top of them. So they need good water on top of them without using the reservoir, but also fill the reservoir and let it drain down in till it get all your dirt wet. And then once they sprout, just kind of keep your eye on it and water it from the reservoir as you see fit, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, we do appreciate y'all so much. Once again, sweet potatoes can be grown in a green stalk. Choose a better variety. And there's this green stalk we're planting full of greens. So keep growing, keep planting. The weather's getting cool, yes, but here in Southwest Ohio, the outlook is pretty good for a late frost. So we're gonna keep planting greens, and because they will survive even the late frost. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Jason. It's Art of Creation Homestead. We love you guys. God bless you and goodbye.